Together with Earle Sports Bets, yeah, the twins, they be checking in, stacking up. Green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, it's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. We'll be joined here by my brother Tim in just a few minutes. And today, baseball. Another full slate of baseball for today. No football at all. No CFL, no NFL. NFL kicks off in 2 days. Probably be recording my free pick video for the Chiefs and the Ravens tonight. So that's always exciting there. I'm already looking at some spots for this weekend for some NFL, some money lines. I know some plays that not a lot of people are going to like. So that always makes me excited when I know a lot of people are going to hate the action I put out. But when people see Panthers and Colts this weekend for me, I don't know what to tell you. But well, we'll see there. But we'll get into yesterday's results, which were poor. Baseball is a struggle yesterday. White Sox, that was a fun start. They got to a 2-0 lead there in the first inning against the Baltimore Orioles, and then it was all Orioles after that. First 5 full game, loser. Corbin Burns did not look the greatest, I will say that. But hey, it happens. Houston, Cincinnati, first 5 under 5 was a very frustrating loser, as it was 2-2 with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning. Then I believe a walk, a single, and a stolen base, and a 2-run single, and it was dead. That was the kind of day yesterday was when you lose a play like that. And I know I heard a quote the other day that I thought was really interesting. If you're a good sports bettor, the bad beats will be more against you than they will be with you. Because generally speaking, if you're a better sports bettor, you're making good bets and you don't have to worry about being on the right side of bad beats. And bad beats mean you're on the right side of the bet, just got the wrong result, and that happens on that one there. Arizona Diamondbacks plus 120 loser. They get blown out. Detroit, San Diego under 8, my first full game under the year in multiple years. Maybe I might add those a little bit more toward to my betting, but I don't want to go overboard with full game unders. It was a winner though. It was not a sweat at all. Joe Musgrove shoved like I expected him to, and the Detroit offense just couldn't do anything, which was very nice. First 5 under 4, Oakland, Seattle was a loser. So that under in San Diego was my only baseball winner yesterday. Florida State was an absolute joke. I thought that was a good bounce back spot for them. I saw the world, it felt like, on Boston College plus the points, and the world cashed with Boston College plus the points. CFL went 3-1. It could have gone 4-0. I'm being a little greedy on that one. I wanted that 4-0 to really turn around the week, or turn around the season, and especially when we talk about when we talked about it on the show yesterday, I wanted a 4-0 show for CFL. I wanted to go in and say I swept the board in the CFL, and unfortunately, the Argonauts were 2 points short of that for that team total over 29.5 because they kicked 587 field goals in that game, and I think only scored 1 touchdown and managed 28 points. So it was frustrating. I think they settled for 7 field goals. I think that's what it was, and they missed a 2-point conversion, which was fun as well. But the over 52.5 was an easy winner. Elks team total over 24.5 winner. Full game over 51.5 winner there. So 3-1 in the CFL yesterday was the only bright spot of my day. Overall down 3.70 units. So need a bounce back here today. Need a bounce back week. I've already moved on. On 4 plays in the MLB. And I've moved on the Thursday night game, and I've moved on a Friday game with college football. between SMU BYU. I've already moved on that game as well, which I'll probably go over in a free pick in a couple days or so. Yeah. And breaking news for the Edmonton Oilers, Leon Draisaitl signed an 8-year extension beginning 25-26 season with an annual value of $14 million. Wow. That is, yeah, that's a lot of money there. I get it. Leon Draisaitl is awesome and probably deserves that, but wow. That's a lot of money. Oh, wow. So, yeah, Leon Draisaitl is an Oiler for the next 8 years. So that means McDavid gone? Like, there's no way you can sign McDavid and Draisaitl to long-term contracts like that. So, I mean, and I think McDavid is up after next year, if I'm not mistaken. The window is now for the Oilers. Pretty plain and simple there. So, but we'll head over to the chat, and then we will get into today's card. Let's take a look here. We get hockey action in the KHL. Good luck. I don't bet the KHL, but good luck. Leon Draisaitl signed in Edmonton for 8 years. Yeah, $14 million. Happy Patrick Corbin Day. That is one thing I have moved on already. The Washington Nationals at even money. And I kind of like that under. I kind of like the under in that game as well. Because Patrick Corbin's been pitching actually good as of late. So we'll see. Yo, what's up, Earls? Best bet being out yesterday, Snakes. Yeah, unfortunately, they couldn't get the win for me, though. But yeah. Man, I took the White Sox today. Cannot see minus 300 plus on the bump going for BMAR. Yeah, and I believe I'm going to be on the same page as you there. I have not moved on it yet. I wanted to see if the line was going to drop because I'm getting so tired of betting the freaking White Sox. But the White Sox are most likely going to be on my card first 5 in full game, unfortunately, going against the Orioles today. For me, it's just the minus 300 fade, which I do have updated numbers on the minus 300 fade. So I will go over those when we go over the first minus 300 game. So we'll see that. I was already looking at the under in that game. I just didn't know how to approach it. How much did Leon get? 14 mil a year. I guess 13 mil. What's good? Stop Geo. Anyone else get that FanDuel promo with minus 110 for KC to complete one pass literally for money? Yeah, I will be obviously betting that. The Phillies are underdogs versus the Jays. I mean, what? You know what that's telling me? That's telling me Blue Jays run line or something along those lines. Blue Jays minus 1 tells me the Blue Jays are going to win that baseball game. Plus, you got to keep in mind the Philadelphia Phillies are coming in off of a 4-game series against the Atlanta Braves, and now they have to travel up to Canada. I think this is a great Jays spot today, and we'll get into that. I almost bet the Jays before the show started. I have a couple spots that I want to bet. The Jays, the Mets, and there was one other team that kind of poked. I mean, the White Sox. That's probably going to be a play for me. Those plays appealed to me a little bit there. I didn't bet them before the show, but yeah, Patrick Corbin's been good as of late. Yeah. Yep, Nats money line today. Nats haven't lost to Miami this year. They're 7-0 against Miami, and they're underdogs. I got them at even money for the Marlin fade today, which is great. Yo, what's good, Markel? Is this Ohtani's first back in Anaheim this year? Yeah, because they haven't. Because the only other time they played the Dodgers, it was in LA. It was at home again. It was on the road at Dodger Stadium. So yeah, this is the first time Ohtani is returning. So probably lay your plus 150 or whatever it is for Ohtani to hit a home run. Almost home, says Tim. All right, hurry up. Morning, Nick. How are you? What is good, Brad? Brew Crew, baby. Willie Adami's 5-1. I believe he's hit a home run in 5 straight games. I will spare you guys not betting it so he can continue to cash for you guys. And I believe he has the most 3-run home runs this year, Willie Adames. He has I think 13, which is tied with the Colorado Rockies for the most 3-run home runs this season. It's crazy how many times 14. Yeah, that's going to age terribly once McDavid leaves. Yeah. Can we play one of the Mets videos for the one time, because they got it done yesterday. They are a half game behind the Braves, And seeing that they are actually winning games, we're not going to say they need speed. We're not going to say they need hitting.
It's
We're
not
going to
always
say
about the money, Spider-Man. It's about the Mets, baby. Love the Mets. All right, baby. Let's go. Get a home run, baby. Love the Mets. Let's go, Mets.
yes, there you go. $14 million is to steal. NBA players that ride the bench make more. Yeah. McDavid, you are a Saber. No, he is not. McDavid is never leaving. You never know. They said Gretzky was never leaving. So, well, we'll see. Thanks, my boy Robert, for getting the Brewers yesterday. Yeah, Brewers minus 140. There you go. I told you yesterday. White Sox team total of 2.5. I wish I pulled the trigger on that. I think I got more fascinated finding out that it was minus 150 for plus 3.5 runs with the White Sox yesterday, which would have lost. Brewers minus 103. There you go. I bet the White Sox yesterday felt sharp until the third inning. Dutch bums. I will be back on these goddamn White Sox again today, which is annoying, which is frustrating, but it is what it is. You're welcome, Fernando. Snake's been. There you go. I had a four-gamer and was going to win, but the Cubs bullpen blew it. I have the Dodgers money line, Brewers money line, O's run line, and Cubbies. Ouch. Yeah. Any thoughts for Spencer that we got any for tomorrow against the Astros? Spencer Argetti pitches tomorrow, right? Because they don't play today? The Astros don't play today. That's right. Was it a one-game makeup for them? No, I don't get that. Why isn't Houston playing today? Unless I just completely missed it. Why isn't Houston playing today? I don't get that. You love pain on the White Sox. I can't do it no more. It's a minus 300 fade, and I will bring up those numbers once we get to it. But yeah, I'm already on it. White Sox fade. Yeah. I end up taking the Dodger run line. Yeah. No superstar wants to spend their career in Edmonton. Yeah. Plenty of CLV went against me yesterday and still went 11-6 up 5-ish units. There you go. Don't let CLV make your decisions. Trust your cap and enjoy CLV when it gets on your side. Yeah. Forget your minus 300 fade with the White Sox. They are not a normal team. Yeah. And I still want to calculate what their record is as a minus 300 fade because they've probably made the record worse for the minus 300 fade, but I've still cashed a couple of nice tickets with them. So we'll see. Is today off day? I'm assuming so. I don't see them part of the schedule here. Maybe because yesterday they played Labor Day, took a day off, and play again tomorrow. I don't know. Let's see. I did the minus 300 fade. Yeah, Yankees did win yesterday. Yes, they did. I stayed off that game. But let's get into it here, and we will get into that minus 300 fade game that everybody wants to talk about. I've moved already on a minus 300 fade. It's not this game yet. Let's take a look at the line history here, where on all my other books, this is over minus 300. On BetOnline, it's not. But I'm assuming soon it will be on BetOnline a minus 300. Let me switch over because I had college football lines capping that BYU game there. So let me switch it over. We have 96% of the tickets and 94% of the cash is on the Orioles. So 4% of the tickets and 6% of the cash is on the White Sox. 85% of the tickets and 94% of cash on the over in this game as well. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup. Cade Povich and Nick Nastranini. Line opened up at a minus 290. It is up to a minus 300 now for the Baltimore Orioles on BetOnline. Line opened up at a 9 at minus 105. It's now an 8.5 at minus 118. So we've had that move up to the minus 300 there. It's going to be a play for me, unfortunately. Nick Nastranini looked actually pretty decent in his return back to the big leagues because he pitched on August 29th. It was his first appearance since June 8th in that matchup where he went 6 innings, gave up 1 earned run on 3 hits, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, and 6 innings pitched in that 2-1 loss against the Texas Rangers. Previous to that, he gave up 1 earned run in 4 1/3 innings pitched in a 6-1 win against the Boston Red Sox. So in the last couple games that Nick Nastranini has played in, he's looked pretty good. And Kate Povich is not particularly a pitcher that I trust. 7.36 ERA, 1.84 WHIP, 7.36 strikeouts per nine, which is 17%, 1.84 walks per nine, a 4.23 BABIP, a 4.13 FIP, and a 4.62 SIERA. The bullpen edge goes towards the Orioles. The hitting edge goes towards the Orioles. 103 WRC plus, which is 15th, compared to 44, which is dead last in baseball. And for me in this game, obviously it's the minus 300 fade. So this is going to be White Sox first 5 and White Sox first full game, unfortunately. But looking at it a little bit deeper, I'm not too worried. I mean, this is probably not saying that you can be confident back in the White Sox, but this is probably, if you're looking for a matchup to do it in, I don't trust Kate Povich as a minus 300 favorite. It kind of reminds me when Will Warren for the Yankees was a minus 300 favorite against the Rockies. I don't trust him laying that type of number here. So, yes, I will be on the White Sox once again. It is extremely annoying, but seeing that this is one of the games that we're doing it, I updated my numbers for the minus 300 fade. The first 5 is 7, 14, and 1, hitting at 33.3%, up 0.72 units. The average line is a plus 239 with a 3.27% ROI. For the full game, 8 and 14, up 7.68 units, 36.3% hit rate, an average line of plus 264, a 25.82% ROI. Overall, 15, 28, and 1, up 8.4 units, 34.8% hit rate, plus 253 average line, a 29.09% ROI. I would love to see you find me another investment that'll give you a 29.09% ROI over, what is this, 5 months? I'm going to be on the White Sox first 5 in full game. I'm going to go ahead and bet that now.
Good luck. I'm already on the opposite side.
Of course, I know.
I'm actually going to update the numbers because the last time I updated the Oriole numbers was on day number 133, which was August 27th. So I still need to update it from a couple of games. Once I update it fully, I'll post it in the chat, but I'm going to do that while we're on the show. Yesterday was really freaking expensive for the Orioles. It was minus 385.
Oh yeah,
when I did it in the morning.
Congratulations on your Orioles minus 400 yesterday.
Well, it was 385 when I bet it.
Oh, my bad.
And it's all a part of the experiment, but and it was minus 175 for the run line. And boy, was it worth it. This is the only time I actually lay this type of juice. So, but I'm going to update the things as we speak. If you're able to go through the chat for the first couple of games, Nick, so I can get all this figured out, I would greatly appreciate it.
Yep. So for me, it's the White Sox first 5 plus 230, full game plus 250. So that's what I've got for this one. We got a bump in chat this morning, and I know a lot of people are interested in that. So interested in this game for whatever reason. A few years back, I will do it again next year. He said he did the minus 300 fade a few years back. He'll do it again next year. I will continue to do it for as long as I cap baseball. That's pretty plain and simple for me. Both these pitchers are horrible. Nick Nastranini pitched better in his last start, but yeah, he got lit up in the beginning of the season. But yeah, Orioles give me this game because White Sox don't have a good record. Yeah, obviously they're 31 and 108. That's quite the observation you made there. They have an 11-game losing streak now. This is their third losing streak of at least 10 games this season. White Sox bullpen is a 6 ERA. Can't trust the dumpster fire. Even if they win, so be it. Yeah. Yep. What do you think about the over for White Sox Baltimore? The line's dropping, which is interesting. That tells me that Nick Nastranini can pitch well today. Because the line went from a 9 to an 8.5. So obviously they have the market has some belief there. Bet White Sox and Rockies minus 300 fades. Yes, I'm already on the Rockies as well. First 5 in full game. I like that Rocky spot a little bit. I don't mind Kyle Freeland as a pitcher. So yeah. The over seems way more possible than anything. Yeah, maybe if you want to play it safer, the White Sox team total over. I think they can get to K. Povich a little bit. I do. Look at who Povich has to pitch against. That schedule looks tough. Fair. Eric agree. I mean, I could be stubborn, but at 29% ROI, I'm going to continue being stubborn then. If that means I can make money long term. Baltimore minus 2.5. Baltimore team total over. Brad saying hi to Tim. I like the over in the Baltimore game. I could see that. Stop while you're ahead, LOL. They won't win. Oh, there's no chance they do. We'll see. Good morning, guys. Love the show. Keep up the good work. What's good, Alana? It seems one of these minus 300 300 games will lose, but honestly, they might not either. So what's your point of betting these games? Over the last few years, I have an extremely good ROI betting against teams of at least minus 300 or higher. And that's the pretty plain and simple reason why. It is something I started doing last year. I think I made 10 units doing it last year. I'm up 8.4 units doing it this year on 22 games. So, and I have a hit rate of 36%. Like, yeah. Tim, let your brother know he loves pain. I love pain. Absolutely. It's great.
Yay, pain.
What are the stats of the last minus 300 fades? Last 5 minus 300 fades. Okay. I lost with the White Sox yesterday. I won with the Rockies before that. I lost with the Rockies before that. I lost half of it with the White Sox before that, and I lost with the White Sox before that. It is 2-6-1. Right? 2-6-1, 2-7-1. 2-7-1. Let's see, 240, 210. Down 1.5 units over the last 5. But if you go back one more before that, if you go back to 6, I'm up. What would it be? I'm up 3.5 units if you go back 6. So all it takes is one big win in order to cross out 5 losers, and that's the one way to do. I mean, I'm hitting at 30. What did I say? 36%, and I'm up 8 units this year. That should tell you everything you need to know. Baltimore minus 4.5. Sox over 2.5. I like that look. I do like that look. I could see the Rocks getting 3, or the Sox getting 3 runs. Yeah. Yep. I can see that. Damn, Rogers screwed up yesterday. You're up somethings. All right. Any props for the O's? The White Sox are a stat padding team for sure. Fair. Tim, you sound like 446, laying money on.
Don't even compare me to 446. That is so disrespectful.
Hit the like button, y'all. There you go. Next time I give out a minus 400 on the show, I will use the excuse I'm doing it for an experiment. So don't criticize 446.
It's fine.
Morning, gentlemen. What's good, Untouchable? Gunner 3
an experiment I've been doing all year, but whatever.
Yeah. Gunnar Henderson 3+ hits plus 552. There you go. A very successful flexing day. The Earle run line and Orioles team total over. A 29% ROI. I cannot question it. Just fire away. Thank you very much for someone actually understanding a long-term investment rather than a short-term investment. I can care less what the last 5 games are. I care about the entire year. So that's the difference between me and other people. I mean, yes, that's just the way sports betting is. You're gonna have a couple bad days, but over the long run, are you gonna have a positive record? That's my question. Happy Gavin Williams Day, Nerfy, and Guardians moneyline. Gavin pitched yesterday, I believe, and he shoved. He shoved yesterday. But Florida State is on the ban list with James. That was Jameis Winston starting for them because that transfer is trash. DJ Ungavugale is not
DJ Ukulele.
Yeah. Nick, Tim, I hit the share button. Appreciate it, Brad. You're due for a nice plus 300 is what I'm learning. Yeah. See, you got lucky, Earle. It's not 2-7-1. Stop ahead. It's now 2-7-1. No, It's not now 27-1. It is 25-28-1, up 8.40 units. I don't care about the last couple games. I care about this being profitable for the full season. To me, hitting at 36% is bad, in my opinion. Yeah, but when your average odds are plus 253, let's do a little bit of math here, and I'm going to continue to argue my reasons behind this. And can I come back tomorrow and these fades go both lose both first 5 in full game? Absolutely, because if you're winning at, let's say, or when you're betting a plus 253, in order to break even, my average odds being plus 253, I have to win 28.33% of the time. I'm winning 36% of the time. I'm winning 8% above expected. So, there's that. I am just going to keep betting dogs in marquee football games. There you go. The Cubs are underdogs because Steele is out. Cubs money line best play today. That's an interesting look because I know it's Skeens. And I believe I saw this number here, an interesting statistic, Tim, on Paul Skeens.
Yeah.
This is his rookie year, and he's already faced the Cubs 827 times. Don't check that. I feel like this is not like legitimately. I think this is his 5th time facing the Cubs already.
He's definitely faced the Cubs a lot.
He's faced. I feel like every single time the Pirates have played the Cubs, Skeens is part of that thing there. So yeah.
Let's see. He played He's got more than 10 starts. 1, 2, 3. This would be his 4th time starting against the Chicago Cubs this year.
Yeah. What do you say? 4th time?
4th time. This will be his 4th time.
Royals money line today. I can see it. If the White Sox get an early start, I'm jumping on the Orioles. I did that yesterday in cash. Fair. I rode with Tim's over 6.5 in the Cubs game. Now it's a 7.
Yeah, I gave that as a free pick video yesterday when it was Justin Steele and Paul Sneegs, and I said it was the way too easy under game.
Skeens.
Okay, stop.
The minus 300 fade is not for the faint of heart. It's a real long-term type of play, not a get-rich scheme. Absolutely. Finally, somebody understands there. By the way, I'm not bashing it. You're all good. Do you know what teams is playing today for Moneyline for MLB? Yeah, all of them are. Or basically all of them are. Oh, hi, Timothy. Glad you showed up today. Missed you.
You're hilarious.
Cubs have seen Skeens twice already. 3 times, actually. This is the 4th time. Cubs Moneyline. Did you guys see the sign-stealing documentary on Netflix about Michigan football? Changed my outlook on betting on football. No, I did not. I do not care.
It doesn't really
personally. Over in Skeens games, it's crazy. Yeah, I see overs in Skeen games. Skeens and Jared Jones love to face the Cubs, apparently. Any chance you guys can get the stats of how many times 6.5 sevens have gone over this year?
Not that I know.
Maybe. I'm not sure though. I would have to go back and look. And it would take a decent minute. But yeah, probably it would take a little bit of research. Minus 7.5. This is not football. Minus 300 fade would work in good in hockey. I can see it. I don't bet the minus 300 fade in hockey though. I only do that in baseball.
I mean, she do it in hockey. Why not?
Yeah, I bet nothing but dogs anyway, so I'm used to the pain of a minus 300 fade. Will not bother me. There you go. See, a lot of overs have hit. Yeah, I could. Yeah, probably. We'll move on though. Talk about overs. I want an under in this game. Miami Marlins and Washington Nationals. Marlins are minus 115 favorites, total of 8.5 in this game. This line opened up, and the Marlins is minus 115 favorites. It's now a minus 112. A 3-cent line moving here towards Washington. A line opened up at an 8 at minus 125. 8.5 minus 125. It's now an 8.5 at minus 113. So we have a move towards the under here as well. Let's get into the cash flow in this game. 37% of the tickets, 54% of the cash is on the Nationals. So sharp money on the Nationals, line moving slightly towards. And then 71% of the tickets, 87% of the cash on the over, and the line's dropping in this game. Patrick Corbin taking on Max Meyer. Patrick Corbin has been good as of late, Tim. 3.76 ERA, a 1.41 WHIP, 8.2 strikeouts per nine, which is 21%, 3.08 walks per nine, a 3.24 BABIP, a 4.46 FIP, and a 4.08 SIERA. Max Meyer has not. 7.11 ERA, 1.70 WHIP, 6.04 strikeouts per nine, which is 14%, 4.26 walks per nine, a 3.05 BABIP, a 6.57 FIP, and a 5.22 SIERA. The bullpen edge going towards the Nationals, and the hitting edge going towards the Nationals, 109 WRC plus, which is 10th, compared to 101, which is 14th. I've already taken the Nationals at even money in this game. And I leaned under in this game as well. I don't think I'm getting to the under, but Patrick Corbin is part of my rotation, Tim. He is one of the pitchers that I like to back for whatever reason. And it's just because probably just the public sentiment on him is so negative, even though he's actually pitched really well as of late. And I don't think, and people I think will just see Patrick Corbin and immediately want to fade. And also, the Marlins are favorites in this game. And they have played the Nationals 7 times this year. The Nationals are 7-0 in those games. I'm on the Nationals here at even money for this spot. It's very rare we get plus money on a Marlin fade. But Nationals, money line for me. Even money. Patrick Corbin, we trust.
Yep. It's not really even a cap. We kind of just roll with it every single day. So I'm not really gonna dive deep into this one. Like I don't dive deep into Oriole games. It's a system play. I do need to figure out the numbers for Marlins. That's gonna have to be the Marlin fade, and I can figure that out on the site because we've faded them every single day on the site. So that probably will be another thing that I go and I do. I'll probably do that after the show or sometime tonight or something and have that number ready for tomorrow's show if there's a show tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. That or I'll post it on the Earle Sports Bets Twitter page. So keep an eye out for that. I will have an updated thing on the Marlins fade coming up, Nick.
Yeah. See, even for me, though, like, yeah, we bet against the Marlins every day. Even if we weren't doing that, this would be a play on the Nationals today. The market's moving in the direction. The sharp money is on them. They have the pitching advantage with Corbin. They have the bullpen advantage. They have the hitting advantage. I see edges everywhere with the Washington Nationals, and the market's agreeing with it too. So this would be a spot where I would only take the Nationals, even if I was betting Marlin games on the Marlins this year, which I think the Marlins could be a little bit more bet on next year. I will not.
When they
will
actually
not
have a rotation, yes, that's a good point.
Yeah. I am not doing the Marlin fade next year. We did it this year because no Alcantara, no Yuri Perez, no this, no that, no Luzardo. Like they were missing basically their entire rotation, which is why we did what we did. So there's that.
Correct. Back to the chat, Nick. I'm working on something real quick.
Okay. Let's see here. Let's see. Should we lock in unders for Iowa and Northwestern games this week? I was looking at that under 38.5 with them and Duke. I think Duke's the side in that game at plus 2.5 in that game, or just money line. But plus 2.5 with the total at 38.5 is probably not the worst of ideas, but that's just me. I was looking at that under there. And Iowa, yeah, I want to see what Cade McNamara looks like with Iowa this year because he actually looked decent in that first game. Granted, it was Illinois State. But they dropped 40 points in that first game. So we'll see. For Cubs totals now, yeah. Stop fish fade. Nope. Not going to stop one of our most valuable and profitable investments this year. Nats money line. There you go. Damn, did you watch the Astros on Sunday when your lawn's still the base? All right. Happy Corbin Day. Marlins Nerfy and whoever they play money line. I feel like the Nerfies have not been good in the Marlin games this year, though. Let me know. Untouchable, what is the record of Marlin Nerfies this year? I don't think it's been that good. The only thing that spooks me is that Corbin's good starts have been at home. Fair. But this is still a very light-hitting Marlins team that I think he can pitch well against. Nats run line. James Wood, plus 600. Dinger. There you go. Lean Marlins and Jesus Sanchez over 1.5 bases. Fair. CJ Abrams hit. Luis Garcia hit. I like it. It's the DMV parlay. It's how the Orioles money line go. How you get the Orioles money line down. Then Marlins home overs cashing at 70% clip this year. Yeah, that's why I'm wondering about the Nerfies because they've not been good, or at least the overs have been pretty good for Marlins games. So, what's Patrick Corbin's record to record a win line at? That is a good question. Let me go on to DraftKings. I'm actually curious about that one as well. Patrick Corbin to record the win. Patrick Corbin plus 165. Max Mayer's plus 195. So they're giving Patrick Corbin a better odds to record the win as the underdog than Max Mayer is as the favorite. That should tell you everything you need to know, too. I like the over in the Nats game, like Nats first 5. I like that. Patrick Corbin over 4.5 Ks. He's been somebody. Patrick Corbin with his strikeouts have actually been pretty good. That's one thing I have noticed is that if you back Patrick Corbin strikeouts, they've been solid. Lately, 6, 8. He had back-to-back with 2, 6, 3, 7, 6, 5, 3. He's had some decent strikeout games. Nats first 5 in full game, minus 114. Can I go under? I mean, you probably can. I don't mind it. Do Marlins team total under maybe? Yeah, I think I'd lean more Marlins team total under than full game under or first 5 under because I don't know what to expect from Max Mayer. And I think he's the biggest question mark in this game. I miss those elite Marlins starting pitchers. You will see them again next year. Sandy Alcantara will be back. Yuri Perez will be back and things along those lines. So, yeah. Corbin to record a win plus 165. Like it. Washington 7-0 to the Marlins all season with the lines at coin toss. Marlins money line at home. On DK. There you go. Texas, Iowa, Washington State. Thank me later. There you go.
I like Texas and Tennessee already.
I've already moved on one game and it's on Friday. I've already moved on the Cougars plus 11. So I've already moved on BYU plus 11. It's the only thing I've gone there. Corbin Day is a must. Yeah, I like backing him. I'll drop that info on tomorrow's show. Appreciate that. Better late than never. What's up, my guys? What's good, Nathan? We're only on the second game, so there you go. Nats for first 5 money line. Right before I click plus 107. Gotcha. Happy Patrick Corbin Day, my guys. Never mind. I just found it slightly below 500, 62 and 65 and 72. Yeah, I was surprised to see that they have not been a good Nerfy team. Last year they were because they had those elite pitchers. This year they do not. So we'll get on. We'll keep moving on because we're all of now 3 games in, and we're 38 minutes in. So let's keep it going here with the Minnesota Twins and the Tampa Bay Rays. This line opened up minus 107. It's still minus 107 for them Rays. Line opened up in an 8 at plus 105, and it's now a 7.5 at plus 110. So we might see 7s here soon in this game, in this spot. Let's take a look at the cash flow. 80% of the tickets, 88% of the cash is on the over. We have 61% of tickets and 51% of cash on the Rays with the line moving towards with the line not moving here at all. David Festa, Jeffrey Springs. Festa, 3.13 ERA, 1.04 whip, 11.74 strikeouts per 9, which is 32%. 3.13 walks per 9, a 264 BABIP, a 274 FIP, and a 3.18 Sierra. On the flip side, Jeffrey Springs, 3.47 ERA, 1.37 whip, 11.57 strikeouts per 9, which is 30%. 3.09 walks per 9, a 362 BABIP, a 3.43 FIP, and a 3.36 Sierra. The bullpen edge goes towards Minnesota. Both these bullpens have actually been really good as of late. Hitting edge does go towards Minnesota, 101 WRC plus, which is 13th, compared to 79, which is 29th. I kind of like the under in this game a little bit, towards a lean towards the under 7.5 in this spot. Both these pitchers have been good. Both these bullpens, I think, can shut it down and things along those lines. So it's a lean towards the under 7.5 for me. Personally, I don't know if I'm getting involved in this game. It's just a lean at this point.
Yeah, I don't feel the need to get involved in this one. I have a decent amount of plays for today. Getting involved in a Minnesota Tampa Bay game does not seem like fun to me. This one's a stay away spot. I will. What's the next game up? I will be betting the next game, but I don't feel the need to go after Minnesota and Tampa Bay.
Fair. Yeah, it's under or nothing for me, but it's no play.
Where did you leave off?
It says 10.
Never seen so many comments. 446 effect. Nope. Is the Astros going to be over or under for tomorrow's game? I don't know. I did not look at tomorrow. Believe it or not, I don't go and look at when the next Astros game is going to be. I know that sounds crazy. I don't go look for the Astros specifically because he's an Astros fan. They are the top 3. Yeah, their starting pitchers are really good when healthy.
Yeah. Wait till they're all healthy next year.
Leaning Rays.
Same thing with the Rays.
Twins. Any thoughts on the Texans and Colts? Yeah, Colts outright.
Colts money line. There you go. Colts money line.
Springs is the man. I would smash under, but Tampa has been smashing the ball recently. Yeah, I didn't feel the need to go after a total.
Yeah. Also, one more thing with the Texans. Take them to miss the playoffs as well. I like the Colts to win that division.
I like it. Fessa over strikeouts. I'm not going to talk you off of a nice plus money. I'm with you on the Cubs. It flipped to minus 140 for the Pirates. I got plus 115. Is it actually plus money for the Cubs?
Yeah, it's Kyle Hendricks versus Paul Skeens.
Yeah, sign me up for the Cubs. That's fine. Lean first 3 under.
Yeah. Actually, I think this is a game you could take a full game under in because both these bullpens have been really strong. And you saw that yesterday, Tim. I actually took my first full game under in years yesterday. I took Padres Tigers under 8.
Rays in the under, but pass. This seems one of the 7 total games over. It could be an over game.
7.5 is what I was seeing.
Nick, I normally don't bet games like this.
Oh, this game is so fascinating to me.
Yes.
Let's get into it, though. We have the Toronto Blue Jays and the Philadelphia Phillies. The Jays are minus 105 with a total of 9 in this game. Let's take a look at this line history where this line's continued to move towards the Toronto Blue Jays. It opened up with the Phillies as minus 125 favorites. It's now 116. I have a feeling it flipped because it went from even money to minus 109. And even if you have it opening up at minus 109, it's a 7-cent line movement towards the Blue Jays in this game here. Line opened up at a 9 minus 115. It's now a 9 at plus 105. So we have a move towards the under and a move towards the Blue Jays here with 70% of the tickets and 84% of cashes on the over. We have 62% of the tickets and 51% of the cashes on the Blue Jays. And the lines move 7 cents towards these Blue Jays here in this game with them as the favorite in this spot now against the Philadelphia Phillies. What a fun team this Toronto team has turned into a little bit in the second half of the year when they're starting all their young guys. And we don't have to see Vogelbach in the lineup, and we're not seeing all the old farts in the lineup. They get rid of Justin Turner and things along those lines. And they all of a sudden start playing better. Tyler Phillips is on the mound for the Phillies. This is why they're dogs in this game, the Phillies. It's because Tyler Phillips is on the mound. We last saw him on August the 14th getting bum rushed by the Miami Marlins, giving up 5 earned runs on 9 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, and 4 1/3. Previous to that, he gave up 4 earned runs on 6 hits, 1 walk, 5 innings against the Dodgers. And previous to that, 8 earned runs in an inning and 2/3 against the Seattle Mariners. Previous to that, he threw a complete game shutout against the Cleveland Guardians. Ever since he threw that complete game shutout, he has looked like crap. And he is somebody that I think we can fade potentially here with the Toronto Blue Jays. On the flip side, Chris Bassett, 5.34 ERA, a 1.19 whip, 10.67 strikeouts per 9, which is 29%, 2.83 walks per 9, a 3.04 BABIP, a 3.87 FIP, and a 3.47 SIERA. For the bullpen edge, the way the bullpens are playing, Toronto looks just fine. It looks like a toss-up in the bullpen, which is kind of surprising considering that the Blue Jays, for a while, had one of the worst bullpens in baseball. And it's turned around. The hitting edge goes towards the Blue Jays, 120 WRC plus, which is 7th compared to 97 with its 20th. The Blue Jays used to be a first 5 or nothing team for me. I want to take them full game in this spot. And I would like to move on the Toronto Blue Jays here as a favorite against the Philadelphia Phillies. If this line is not telling you that the Blue Jays are winning this baseball game, I don't know what does. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that here. Looks like minus 115 over on Bet365.
Now, could I possibly interest you in a run line? Because the way that I'm viewing this game, I'm on Toronto. There's nothing that's going to take me off of Toronto right now. I can get plus 170 for the run line. And the main reason why I want to go after this is if the Blue Jays are going to win tonight, it's not going to be 4-3. It's not going to be 3-2. It's going to be like 7-1. In my opinion, I think that they're favorites for a reason tonight. Because why else would a shitty Toronto Blue Jays team be a slight favorite over one of the best teams in the National League? It makes no sense. Yes, it's Chris Bassett, which is a better pitcher for the Blue Jays, and it's not a good pitcher for the Phillies. That shouldn't matter. I actually bet the Blue Jays today. I got them at plus 175.
Just stick with their money line, though. I'm sticking with just the money line because, I can understand your argument for the run line because the total of 9 does suggest a little bit of variance in this game.
Yes.
I just want to stick with the money line in this game, though, because
the site money line instead of run line.
Yes, please.
Okay. Lame.
Toronto Blue Jays minus 115 for me.
I got the run line on my CapperTek. Go follow me. Wow, what a chat today.
Yeah, we are cooking today.
Since you mentioned the NFL, Ravens plus 3. Nah, Ravens outright. Game 1. Ravens to win the Super Bowl. There you go.
I wonder if anybody is on the Chiefs.
I've seen plenty of people on the Chiefs. Don't even do that.
Really?
It's Patrick Mahomes. It's Kelsey. How can they let Taylor Swift lose the first game of the season? Yeah, okay, Nick, come on. No, you really don't think anybody's on the Kansas City Chiefs?
I haven't seen anybody on the Chiefs yet. Other than I think Birdie in our chat is on the Chiefs. Other than that, I've seen nothing but Ravens love. And I'm seeing that in the market right now, 72% of the tickets, but only 54% of the cash. So we'll see. Still plenty of time for the market to develop, but there's only one way.
Money line. No, thank you. U.S. Open is starting to get down to the wire. Emma Navarro starting in an hour, plus 105. I'm 95% confident with my cap. Good luck to you. I got a guy from my high school is in the AA for the Marlins organization. Jacob Miller has sick breaking stuff. There you go. Phillies money line. Now is the Texans going to be over around for Sunday? I can see an over for them, but I'm going to be on the Colts.
I will be on the Colts as well.
Tuesday Dogs, Rays first 5, Toronto first 5.
Toronto's a favorite now.
Yeah. Jays are favorited for some reason. I like them to score some runs. Only thing is the Jays bullpen.
They've been better as of late.
Be a man and take the team total over or full game.
I did take the full game.
Yeah. I think the Phillies have more value. Schwarber bomb. Jays first 5. Phillies come out flat after the Braves series. I could see that. 100%.
100% agree.
Please bet the Jays, Tim. I am on the Blue Jays. Are the Jays going to win 15-0 again? No. Plus 170, getting a little greedy, but I like it. Maybe minus 1 split bet. You know the only reason why I can afford to go and take a plus 170? That's why. If this was negative or if this was a smaller number, I'm not coming anywhere near run line. So, covering WNBA later on, probably not.
I didn't type it up.
I'll be
we
honest.
can if you want.
I haven't even looked at it yet, so
we can use that as time to cap the game too.
It's fine. We'll start covering it more later on in the season. Can't trust the Jays unless that kid is pitching forgot his name. Sounds good. Phillies.
Francis Bowden.
I gave you Reds yesterday over the Astros in a letdown spot with the Royals. Same situation here. Phil, letdown spot. I like it. Ravens. Yes, Ravens on Thursday night. If Tim picking Jays, I'm most definitely betting Phillies. Matter of fact, Phillies over 4.5 runs. There you go. Who's hitting a home run today?
Well, if we're going to stick in this game, I'll take Vladdy.
It's not a bad option. If we're going to go in general today for a home run prop, give me Ryan Mountcastle. There you go. Chiefs are super public. Chiefs minus 2.5. See you at the cash counter window, Nick.
Super public.
Kansas City is on the Chiefs. That doesn't make sense. Are we really going to have another year with the Shake It Off girl? Probably. Yeah. Knowing us, we can't have anything nice. The Chiefs will win the Super Bowl again. I heard they removed WNBA players' props from sites. Ohtani, 2+ home runs. Do not say Lindor. If I'm hearing it, I'm leaving. Francisco Lindor for MVP. No, I'm kidding. Ohtani.
Lindor's been hot lately, though. He has been hot.
If you want a home run prop, take anyone from the Brewers. Oh, Willie Adames has hit a home run in 4 straight games?
5.
So there you go. If we want a guy. Speaking of, let's go into the Mets game.
Yeah, we have the New York Mets and the Boston Red Sox. This game kind of piqued my interest a little bit this morning. Let's take a look, though. The Mets may be a little bit too public for me to move on, but let's take a look here. This line opened up with the Mets as minus 138 favorites. It got all the way down to a 112. It's back up to a 137. So, okay. So, really no line movement there. Line opened up at an 8.5, minus 105. It's now a 7.5. So, move towards the under here as well. We have 66% of the tickets, 73% of cash is on the over. Line's moving towards the under. 85% of the tickets, 73% of cash on the Mets, and the line's not moved. All right, so that's going to keep me off the New York Mets in this game. Cutter Crawford, 6.32 ERA, 1.15 whip, 6.32 strikeouts per nine, which is 17%. 3.17 walks per nine, a 2.11 BABIP, a 5.5 FIP, and a 5.44 SIERA. On the flip side, David Peterson. I have projected for some negative regression here. 1.86 ERA, 1.11 whip, 6.28 strikeouts per nine, which is 18%, 3.03 walks per nine, a 250 BABIP, a 3.46 FIP, and a 4.57 SIERA. Bullpen edge goes towards the Mets. Hitting edge goes towards the Mets. 107 WRC plus, which is 12th, compared to the Red Sox, who are not hitting lefties. 64 WRC plus, which is 28th. I expect negative regression from David Peterson. The question is it this game? Because his numbers suggest that he's getting lucky, but however, the Red Sox are just not hitting lefties right now. So ultimately, it's a stay-off spot for me. But I can see an argument maybe for an over in this game, even though all the bets and all the money is on the over, and the line's gone from an 8 to a 7.5. So ultimately, the market's keeping me off this game. My X's and O's point towards the Mets and the over. The markets are pointing towards the Red Sox and the under, so no play for me.
Hey, Nick, you know how you have your what do you call it? Your rotation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
David Peterson.
I have a rotation. Ironically, 2 of them are from the Mets. But
Manaea and Peterson.
One of them's Manaea, and one of them's David Peterson. Why? Because they're number 3 and number 6 for most profitable pitchers in baseball. Number 2 and number 5 if you take out Trevor Williams because he hasn't pitched in forever. The only guy that's in front of Sean Manaea is Jose Barrios. Interesting enough. Barrios, Manaea, Bibee, Shota Magana, David Peterson. So that's your top 5, although you go down to number 7, and it's Brian Balo. Oh, sorry, it's Crawford today. Oh, Balo was yesterday for the Red Sox.
Balo was yesterday.
My bad. I knew I saw his name, but I'm on the Mets. I'm on their run line. They've won 5 straight games. Only a half game back of Atlanta. They're not catching Atlanta today because Atlanta is minus 340 with Chris Salem out. They're not losing that game. But I am taking the Mets today. If you want to take the run line And if you want to take a little bit of a same game parlay instead of having to lay a run line, take the Mets money line and Lindor to get a hit. Lindor has gotten on base in general in 29 out of 31 out of the last 31 games. So he has been a hit machine. He's getting on base. So if you guys are interested in looking at something like that, trying to pair up something like that instead of going after a run line, I will personally be on the run line. I will probably take some type of Lindor prop with bases. I will be on the Mets with David Peterson. And I will even take the Mets team total over because the Mets score runs for Peterson. Now, last game, they didn't. They scored 3 runs for him, didn't get his team total. Previous to that, 7 runs, 4 runs, 9 runs, 9 runs, 4 runs, 2 runs, 6 runs, 7 runs, 5 runs. They're scoring runs for Peterson. He's been on the right side of the ball. I'm taking the Mets. I took him on the run line at plus 140.
There you go.
If you want to, Razor, shout out to everyone. What up, fellas? I'm leaning Chiefs. Everyone thinking revenge for Ravens.
Oh, I love to hear that.
I was just thinking, the Chiefs only have to win by a field goal at home, and they just won the Super Bowl. I mean, how can they possibly lose the first game? That's impossible. They've got to let Taylor Swift win the first game, right?
Not true.
Torino's home run. I'm never going to talk you off of a 6-1 play. Friends don't talk friends off of plus money.
No.
You know what I'm doing for free? 1 Blue Jay. Cool. Robert knows. Saints and the under, Commanders and spread.
No Saints. No Saints.
No Saints?
No Saints.
Oh, against Carolina. Yeah, no, I like Carolina.
Carolina, ready? Carolina spread money line. For me, I'm probably just spread actually.
And I like Tampa against Commanders.
But money line is definitely very, very appealing. If I were playing contests this year, I still got to decide whether or not I'm joining the Pub Sports one. The Panthers would be one of them for me.
I will say, Nick, can we announce what we're going to be doing starting tomorrow?
Not yet.
Okay. I have the thing all made up for it. We'll mention it at the end of the show because
fine.
We're gonna have our own little contest. Not with you guys, but we're gonna have our own little contest that I'm excited to mention. So we'll talk about that in a minute. Nerfing the Mets first 5, leaning Boston. Crawford has great numbers versus Mets. Did Crawford pitch for somebody else other than Boston? He's pitched for Boston, isn't? What does he face the Mets? Once, twice? I'm honestly confused. What is his numbers versus the Mets? Can you get me those? I appreciate it. Mets, Lindor, Polar Bear, Nimmo for home runs. I would be careful with Nimmo. He really hasn't done much late. Let's go Mets, one of my favorite teams. Mets are now 142 on DK. I thought they would be around my 160. I have to admit Peterson has not been a fraud. He has been one of the most profitable pitchers in baseball. I'm going for fun for a home run. Sounds good. It's not always about the money, Spider-Man. Cash cow. I don't think it's a cash cow. No, because they're not that big of favorites. Mets 9-1 final type of game. I would take it. There is one thing I have learned from Ohtani this year is that he loves to show up under pressure and in big moments. That makes me think he's going to show up in the playoffs. You know, he's finally be able to get to a playoff, so that's nice for him. Peterson win? Yes. Red Sox spot? No. Mets are in a parlay? Hell no. Crawford, Nimmo is the only guy who has hit up Crawford. I would like to know Crawford's numbers in general against the Mets. How many starts has he made against the Mets? I can't see the Mets losing this game. Red Sox looked terrible last night. They looked terrible this past week. Mets are rolling. I'm betting big on them. Okay. Nimmo, Lindor hit. Mets should be favored by more than 135.
Red Sox
no.
I think this line's about right. I'm not moving him. I think this line's about right. So where I would have the Mets is 135, 140.
I like the under. Laughing at that. You talked me off Aaron Judge stolen base, and it didn't hit. You saved me that one time. Yeah, Aaron Judge doesn't steal bases. Line steadily moving towards Jays. Seeing minus 120 popping up. Hey, I'm on the run line, so let's get it. What was the big announcements you guys never mentioned? It can't be the contest. Unfortunately, I still can't. We still can't mention it. Probably for another like month or so. Yeah, you understand what it is now, Nick.
Yep.
But trust me, 446. When we can mention that, there will be a video on it. Okay, I will promise you. You will know. No, the Mets are. I'm not mentioning it. Who's the Copper? Cause Stripe Copper. Okay. You're a wrench. I didn't know. He would have. I did it reluctantly. I didn't want to. Anyways, let's go to the Braves.
I've already moved on this game twice. You guys should know exactly what it is. Look at the line. The Atlanta Braves are minus 335 favorites with a total of 7.5 this game. Chris Sale, Kyle Freeland, your pitching matchup here. This line opened up with the Braves as minus 375 favorites. It got all the way up to a 385, and it's plummeted. Line opened up at a 7.5 at minus 120. It's now a 7.5 at minus 105. We have 96% of the tickets, 94% of the cash on the Braves, and the line plummeting. 72% of the tickets and 89% of the cash is on the over in this one here. Kyle Freeland and Chris Sale. Freeland, 5.19 ERA, 1.38 whip, 6.58 strikeouts per nine, which is 17%, 3.12 walks per nine, and 282 BABIP, but 5.25 FIP and a 4.71 SIERA. On the flip side, Chris Sale, I'm shocked he didn't pitch in that in the Philly series. That was the only pitcher that the Phillies dodged was Chris Sale. 2.05 ERA, 1.30 whip, 12.33 strikeouts per nine, which is 33%, 1.76 walks per nine, a 430 BABIP with a 1.02 FIP and a 2.62 SIERA. The bullpen edge does go towards Atlanta. The hitting edge goes towards Atlanta. 134 WRC plus, which is second, which is 70 compared to 77, which is 26th. And for me, this one was pretty simple. This was, I think, one of the first bets I made this morning, and I want to say, I got in at plus 255 first five and plus 280 full game. It's the minus 300 fade for me. We have two of them today, and this is one of them here. I'm on the Rockies plus 255 first five and the plus 280 full game. And for me, we've seen a couple of times the Braves lose as minus 300 favorites this year. I think fading the Braves on the minus 300 lines have been I think the most profitable team to fade on the minus 300 lines this year, because I believe it's been a few times. I cashed the first five going back. I cashed the first five on April 5th with the Diamondbacks. They came back and won the full game there. I'm trying to remember the other times they were minus 300 because
White Sox.
Yeah, they were against the White Sox. I remember that, and they lost outright in that game. Trying to see because they lost 11-9 on June 1st against the Oakland A's as minus 324 favorites. It was Chris Sale versus Brooks for the Athletics. They lost. Where was it? They lost as minus 300 road favorites against Chicago against Chad Kuhl. So the Braves are anything but immune to losing as minus 300 favorites. And in fact, I think they've been my favorite team to bet against for the minus 300 fade this year. So I am on the first five plus 255 and the full game plus 280 for the Colorado Rockies here.
You have fun with that. I'm still not doing the minus 300 fade with you. I haven't been doing it all year with you, so I don't feel like I can at this point. Have fun with this game. I'm not touching the Rockies. I'm not touching the Braves.
I will put out this, and this is something I actually truly believe. If you parlay the Orioles and the Braves tonight, you will lose. One of those teams are losing outright today. I don't know which one it is, but one of those teams are losing outright today.
I hope it's the Braves.
Me too. I hope it's both, honestly.
No. Fade Sale with the Rockies coming out of course. Your funeral. I like the under. Can't see the Rockies scoring. Rockies money line, the overruns. The White Sox seem 10x more likely possible to win this one.
I actually like this one better than the Orioles one.
Yep. Nick, Braves would be the ones I'm going for. A runner Braves. Sale could get 12 Ks and the Rocky could strike out a lot.
Yep. Probably, yeah. I saw his strikeout prop was like 8.5.
Do you realize Sale is trying to win a Cy Young? Him getting hit up by Rockies would be embarrassing.
Who says this can't be 3-2 Rockies type of game? He gives up 2 runs, they lose the first 5 2-1, and they win the full game 3-2. Who says that can't be that type of game?
And just because he's winning, just because he's trying to win the Cy Young means he can't get hit? I don't understand that one. Just because he's trying to go after the Cy Young.
Rockies put up 2 in the first. Rockies put up 2 runs in the first.
Stop the 300 fade. 446 doesn't like us because he doesn't want us to bet our profitable trends.
Yeah.
Took the Mets earlier this morning. Yanks and Dodgers first 5 parlay. What do you think? I'm not sure about the Yankees. And Dodgers, Reed Detmers is back.
Reed Detmers is back. I'm actually really excited about that game. I took the Angels plus 160 in that game, obviously. But I'm actually really excited about that one because I like it when pitchers go start off the year bad, go down to the minor leagues, allow them to fix things, and then come back up. Which, now saying that, probably Tyler Phillips falls under that category as well for the Phillies today, but we'll see.
Parlay the over on the Oriole game with the under in the Brave game. I think the Rockies have a way better chance than the White Sox. Considering the White Sox have won 4 games since the trade deadline, yes. No, I want you guys to keep the profits, don't blow back. How Braves minus 300, but Mets minus 140. Both teams have at home with a better pitcher. Because the Mets are going up against
the Rockies.
Yeah, I was about to say, hold on. The Mets are going up against the Red Sox, who are still competing for a playoff spot. The Braves are going after the Rockies, who are dog shit. I don't know how you can compare those. I don't understand how. I don't understand your question. How are they the same? How are the Mets only minus 140 compared to the Braves minus 300? Look at who they're playing. There you go. Can't wait for hockey season. ESPN's favorite friend, Ice X, will return. Line movement in the D-backs game heading towards Arizona.
I don't have a number for that game. I don't have a pitcher for San Fran.
Nick was up huge on Dodger fade, blew it. Tim was up huge on Oriole fade, blew it. I'm still up almost 30 units on the Oriole fade. So
I think the Dodger fade got up.
Yeah, I know 60. It was up 40 units or something during the year. But hey, I wanted to test it out, and I don't quit. I know 446 might be a quitter. I'm not. I prefer capping pitchers more than bats. Hello, see trend down. O's Braves moneyline parlay is major juice. I would use the Orioles in a parlay piece before I'd use the Braves. Rockies score 7 against the B-More last game. Did they?
Yeah, that was in course, though.
Yeah, that was in course. Let's go after this one, Nick.
This one is an interesting matchup there. Paul Skeens and now Kyle Hendricks. This did open up at minus 108 for the Cubbies, and I can see exactly when the pitching change switched because it went from minus 108 down to minus 102 to plus 115. Since then, it's gone from plus 115 to plus 105 since the pitching change. So the lines moved towards the Cubbies here in this game. Kyle Hendricks and Paul Skeens, your pitching matchup in this one. Line is now 7.5, the total. It opened up. I'm trying to line up the times here for. Okay, the total wasn't available yesterday, so it opened up with the pitching change. It opened up at a 7 at -120. It's now 7.5 at even money. So we even moved towards the over, and we even moved towards the Cubbies, expecting Paul Skeens to get hit here. 41% of the tickets and 86% of the cash is on the Cubs. The line's moving towards them. 68% of the tickets, 83% of the cash is on the over. Line's moving towards the over. In this game here, we have Paul Skeens and Kyle Hendricks. Paul Skeens, 3.18 ERA, 1.09 whip, 10.48 strikeouts per nine, which is 29%. 3.18 walks per nine, a 288 BABIP, a 2.93 FIP, and a 3.43 SIERA. On the flip side, Kyle Hendricks, 6.23 ERA, 1.79 whip, 4.67 strikeouts per nine, which is 11%. 3.12 walks per nine, a 344 BABIP, a 5.42 FIP, and a 5.35 SIERA. The bullpen edge does go towards the Cubbies in this game, as well as the hitting edge. 127 WRC plus, which is third, compared to 92, which is 24th for those Pittsburgh Pirates. And for me in this spot, I'm interested in getting involved in this game a little bit. And I would like to back the Cubs. However, I don't want to back Hendricks. And I think there's a pretty simple way to do that. And I think this is a double up spot for me. Because I'm looking at the Chicago Cubs over their team total at -105 for 3.5. And then the full game over 7.5 at +105. If I can find a 7, I'm going to see what that number is for the 7 over on ESPN Bet. I want to see if I can get a 7 in this game. If not, then I'm fine with 7.5 at plus money over on ESPN Bet. But I'm going to be doubling up on the Cubs team total over, full game over for this one.
I will say, I'm able to. Well, I will say I got a good line on it last night, and I'm actually still able to get a 6.5 on the site. So, it's a double up spot. I doubled up on it. You said you like the Cubs team total over in the over full game. Cubs money line over 6.5. That's where I went with it. I did a free pick video on this one last night saying this is the too easy under, that we take it over. And it's a spot that I do like the Cubbies, especially. You got Skeens, who is no longer anywhere near the Rookie of the Year, Nick. Jackson Merrill's -800. I hope you bet it.
I did not. I was looking at the plus 500.
I know I didn't.
I looked at him at plus 500, and then I checked back like a day later, and it was even money. I'm like, really?
Yeah, that sucks. But I doubled up on this game, Cubbies and the over.
Yeah, I just grabbed Cubbies team total over 3.5 -105. The 7 is not available on ESPN Bet. It's either the 7.5 at plus money or the 6.5 at -165. I'm going to see if Fanatics is offering it. So I'm going to shop around here real quick to do that. But yeah.
Bailey's on the Cubs. I love it. Razor. Yeah, this is why this guy's a clown. He's still up money on a trend. Why would he ever stop? Season's almost over. Don't quit. Keep it going. Thank you, Razor. See? At least somebody's got some brains. Rockies Sox parlay plus 1268. That's bold.
Ooh, I might have to throw a couple bucks at that.
Over 6.5. Yes. Pittsburgh Pirates first 5 moneyline scenes. Derek Rose of the MLB. Interesting take on that. I'm not sure about that one. Just going to sweat out the Nerfy again. Cubs first 5 better play. Cubs are hitting the baseball and have seen him too many times. This will be the 4th time that they've seen him this year. Take the Cubs. Yes. Cubs. Everyone and their mom will bet Pirates first 5. Skeens K's are lined relatively low, over 6.5. 83 pitches in the last start. Books thinking he gets pulled early. I could see him getting pulled early again. I would not be surprised. I actually saw some delusional Mets fans in the Met chat rooms saying Peterson or Manaea Day for Cy Young. No, I would never say that. They are having great years. I would never say that's Cy Young. Can you believe these people? This is a worse take than Lindor MVP. Lindor's actually got a legit case for MVP. But we're not going to get into that because you bring him up every single freaking day. I would never say Peterson or Manaea for Cy Young, although Manaea is having a career year. So, Nick, we got some Greenville royalty.
Hey, let's go.
Holton's in the chat. Earle, let's go. Let's go, Holton. I saw didn't Holton, correct me if I'm wrong, he did 4 picks for college football. He got them all?
Yep, he got them all.
He even faded one of your picks, Nick.
Yeah, he faded
I will say
I was on Charlotte.
I did not like Charlotte.
Yeah, I was pissed when Charlotte announced half their starters was out week 1, so I was like, damn it. But yeah, shout out to Holton. He had a good week 1 there.
Hell yeah. Get it. Well, what if we do a college football show? We'll have to get him on.
We gotta get him on a show somehow.
Gotta get him on a college football show, Nick. Under strikeouts, I could see it. Cubs come back to earth last game. Now they're against a top 5 pitcher. Cubs have been freaking on fire. It is very difficult to want to fade the Cubs right now. I think there's a legitimate case for saying that the Cubs have a chance to make the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, I feel like they're going to have to catch either the Braves or the Diamondbacks, but Ohtani is running away with the MVP. He is. Yes.
If only he played defense, I would have legitimized it a little bit more.
A DH has never won the NL MVP. That was a horrific loss last night by the Cubs, blowing a 3-run lead. Can't lose that. Cubs are done. Don't bet them. Okay. Pirates are not good. No, they're not. Who were your Cy Young futures on? Cole Reagans. Who do I have on the NL side?
I think I had written down Reagan Skubal, and I wrote down Kodai.
Oh, I had Kramer on there, but he was injured for a while.
Kodai, and I try to remember the other one I had written down for the National League.
I think I had Wheeler.
Wheeler was too much of a favorite for me.
Yeah. Holton, how do you let Earle work for you without trimming that? You know what, dude? Shut up. Got 5 games left.
Yeah, we have the St. Louis Cardinals and the Milwaukee Brewers. Minus 140 for the Brewers, total of 8.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history here between Milwaukee and St. Louis. We have the return of a pitcher here, Tim. Steven Matz for the St. Louis Cardinals taking on Aaron Savali. Line opened up at a 140. It's now a 144. Line opened up at an 8.5 plus 105. It's now an 8.5 at even money. So we have a move towards the over. We have a move towards the Brewers, expecting Steven Matz maybe to get hit a little bit here in this game. We have 78% of the tickets and 94% of the cash is on the over, with the line moving slightly towards the over. 89% of the tickets and 79% of the cash on the Brewers, the line moving slightly towards them. We have nothing on Steven Matz. This is his first appearance in a while. I have not seen his name. It's not his first start of the year, but I've not seen his name in a hot minute. His last start was on April 30th. He went 3 1/3, gave up 4 runs on 7 hits, 2 walks, 1 strikeout against Detroit. I don't know what to expect from him today, honestly. And on the flip side, Aaron Savali, 3.29 ERA, 1.17 WHIP, 7.24 strikeouts per nine, which is 19%, 3.29 walks per nine, a 244 BABIP, a 409 FIP, and a 4.67 SIERA. Bullpen edge going towards the Brewers. Hitting edge, none. 106 WRC plus for both teams, which is 10th and 13th against lefties and righties, respectively. No play for me in this game. Not a game I had any particular interest in.
Let's see. Well, that's not division. That doesn't help me. Group by division. The Milwaukee Brewers for division. What are they? They're 10 games up. Lucky number of 14 to clinch the division. So there you go. I think they clinch it within 2 weeks. I am on Milwaukee today. I took their run line. I think they smashed Steven Matz on his way back. I was able to get plus 138. I know Savali hasn't been as everybody wants to, although Savali's coming off a really nice start. No earned runs through 7 innings, 2 hits, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts against the Giants. The Brewers have also won 4 straight of his starts, covering the run line in all 4 of those games. I like Savali and the Brewers today. Going to continue to back them as I get closer and closer to cashing that Milwaukee Brewers division ticket.
What were the Brewers?
450.
They were
pretty big dogs.
Wow.
It was 450.
Wow. Okay.
Because what do you call it? Cubbies were big favorites.
Yeah, they were. Which my Cubby futures are not dead. They're not dead.
They're not. Brewers. Haha, Earle is a good worker, good hire. There you go. Trios bomb. Yes. Brew Crew over. Brewers. This game is a lock over. Bet this last 2 nights, 2 hittable pitchers. Okay. Ella, we need a Holton free pick for college football every week since he did so well. Follow him over on Twitter. It's Holton Ehlers, and you can also follow him the Holton Ehlers Show on Twitter, correct?
At Holton Ehlers Show. Yep. At
Holton Ehlers Show, and that's where Nick Holton and who's the other guy that he does stuff with?
Caden.
We'll have videos each week on their best college football picks. I wish Brewers were a cash cow. Not quite. They're not big enough favorites. Kansas City on a 6-game skid. Does it end today? I'm not touching Kansas City today. What was Holton's record as the ECU starter? I don't believe it was too pretty because the first couple of years were rough.
Yeah, he entered a rebuilding year or a rebuilding ECU team.
Took Brewers minus 2.5 yesterday. Do you think they could do it again today? Yes. Yes, I like the Brewers today. I'm going to stay away from this game, Nick. Although, if I had a rotation, maybe.
Oh, Bybee? Bybee's? And here's the ultimate question. Is Tanner Bybee your game 1 starter?
Probably.
Like, he's been actually, like, really good this year. Let's get into it, though. We have the Cleveland Guardians and the Kansas City Royals. The Guardians pick'em favorites on the road here, total 8 in this game. Let's take a look at the cash flow, where is this game? There we go. Brady Singer, Tanner Bybee, your pitching matchup. Line open up 123, it's down to a 109. So we do have a move towards these Kansas City Royals. Line open up in an 8 at minus 125. It's now an 8 at minus 112. We'll move towards the under here as well. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this spot where we have there we go. 75% tickets, 85% of the cash on the over. The line's moving towards said under, which is interesting there. 67% of tickets, 54% of cash on the Guardians. Line's moving towards the Royals. So the Royals look like a live dog in this game. Granted, it's a pick 'em, but they opened up as plus money dogs. And let's take a look at the pitching matchup where we have Bybee and Singer. Bybee a 4.64 ERA, 1.36 whip, 10.13 strikeouts per 9, which is 26%, 1.63 walks per 9, a 339 BABIP, a 4.53 FIP, and a 3.77 CR. On the flip side, Brady Singer, 5.53 ERA, 1.59 whip, 10.41 strikeouts per 9, which is 26%, 1.63 walks per 9, a 434 BABIP, a 292 FIP, and a 3.25 CR. The bullpen edge goes towards the Guardians. The hitting edge goes towards the Royals, 108 WRC plus, which is 11th, compared to 94, which is 22nd. This game, for me, I'm interested in the Royals a little bit early in this game. Royals first 5 would be my lean for this spot here. I kind of want to see where this line has moved for the first 5, and it's not moved at all, which is interesting there. But I don't like fading the Guardians full game with their bullpen, even though their bullpen has slowed down a little bit as of late. So for me, it's lean towards the Royals first 5. I don't think I'm getting involved with it, though.
I don't feel the need to get involved into it. It's Guardians or nothing for me. with Bybee on the mound, who has been the third most profitable pitcher in baseball this year, only behind Barrios and Manaea. So it's a lean that way, but I don't think I need to get involved in this game. You know I love my Royals. They've been making me money all year. Unfortunately, I think the division's kind of out of reach now because they've kind of had a rough patch, but I still like this Kansas City Royals team. I would lean Guardians though today.
Really? I want the Royals in this game. And
until the Royals can, win a game again, I can't trust them.
Yeah, I want the Royals first 5. I just don't know if I pull the trigger on it yet.
That's fair. Guardians today, Royals smart with Seth Lugo. Bybee won both starts against the Royals. I'm not going to talk you off of it. Guardians, Ohtani, MVP, Judge MVP, parlay, minus 120 is looking. Yeah. Judge is not getting touched. Ohtani shouldn't get touched either. Unfortunately, that's probably going to be your 2 MVPs. Royals are broke. Frauds, not going anywhere. Can't play with the big boys, as we've seen this past weekend.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and move on the Royals.
Indians money line. Cleveland's in a parlay. Pasquantino, huge loss. That is a big loss for them. Cleveland, Bybee all the way. Ramirez owns Singer. Guardians money line maybe a trap. What's the problem, Roberts? What's the parlay? Oh, the parlay was the MVP parlay. This show has been super long. Good for you guys, but 446 has business to attend. All right, good. See you. Bye. Mets in Cleveland so far. There you go. Royals. Okay. If Razor's on them,
I'm moving on them. I'm moving on the Royals. I'm moving on them first 5, not full game. I still don't want to. I still do not want to fade the Guardians bullpen, but I do want the Royals in this game. So Royals first 5 for me. Royals first 5 minus 110.
Good luck, Nick. It's Kansas City, Papa. Juan Ramirez hit. Ramirez home run. I told everyone Guardians yesterday. They had a travel spot from Houston to Kansas City. I don't mind the Royals today. Royals had to travel. Yeah, yesterday they did. Let's keep on, Nick.
Yeah. New York Yankees and Texas Rangers. I wish I faded them yesterday, the Rangers. But we got Carlos Rodon and Andrew Heaney. Line opened up at a 135. It's a 137. Line opened up at an 8.5 up to a 9. But it was an 8.5 minus 125. It's now a 9 at even money. So how much of an over move do you want to call that? I don't know. 91% of the tickets and 86% of the cash on the over. Not enough for me. Not enough for me to want that over. 78% of the tickets and 87% of the cash is on the Yankees in this game as well. We have Rodon and Heaney. Rodon, 4.15 ERA, 1.38 whip, 11.08 strikeouts per 9, which is 29%. 3.81 walks per 9, a 3.43 BABIP, 2.98 FIP, and a 3.81 SIERA. On the flip side, Andrew Heaney, 2.1 walks per 9, a 258 BABIP, a 4.25 FIP, and a 3.70 SIERA. Bullpen edge goes towards the Yankees. Hitting edge goes towards the Yankees. 113 WRC plus, which is 6th, compared to 57, which is 29th. The Rangers do not hit lefties. And if it wasn't for the White Sox, they'd be the worst hitting team against lefties in baseball. I lean under in this game. And with the Rangers bullpen, I guess it would be a first 5 under rather than the full game under. But I can only look under in this game, and it would be maybe Yankees, but I don't like the way the market's moving towards the Yankees. Or the market's not moving enough to interest me there, so pass on this game.
I don't feel like I need to get after this one. I would really like the Rangers to win these games for my Orioles future bet, but this is a Rangers team that's been just rough. Although they're coming off of, before the Yankee series, they won 5 out of 6, Nick, against the White Sox and the A's.
And they walked it off twice against the A's. They could have easily got swept by the A's.
They could have. I don't feel the need to go after this one. It's a lean towards Texas at a little bit of plus money, but no, thank you. Texas, the Rangers hit lefties. No,
No, not at all.
Simeon home run. I don't hate that. Yanks money lines. Texas can't hit, and BP is trash. Yep. I don't know if I'm going to have any other plays.
Too affordable in that game, though. So we'll move on. The Angels and the Dodgers, the battle of the Freeway Series is what I think this is called, right? The Freeway Series. We have Reed Detmers and Walker Buehler. This line opened up with the Dodgers as minus 180 favorites, and it's now minus 176. So a 4-cent line movement towards the Angels, suggesting they're a live dog in this game. Line opened up at a 9 minus 125, got up to a 9.5, back down to a 9. So a move towards the under here as well. We have 60% of the tickets, 61% of the cash is on the over in this game, with the line moving towards the under in this game. 89% of the tickets and 92% of the cash on the Dodgers, and they're making this way more affordable to back the Dodgers here, or not way more, but 4 cents more affordable to back the Dodgers in the spot, kind of begging for that Dodger money. We have Reed Detmers taking on Walker Buehler. Walker Buehler's been terrible. 6 ERA, 2 WHIP, 6 strikeouts per 9, which is 13%, 6 walks per 9, a 341 BABIP, a 5.17 FIP, and a 6.02 SIERA. We don't have any numbers from Reed Detmers as of late. I would like to go back and take a look at what his minor league numbers have been this year, which take with a grain of salt once again because he's pitching in the PCL. That made no sense that they sent him down to the PHL or the PCL because that's probably the worst spot he could be pitching in because the PCL is nothing but a hitter's league. And with AAA Salt Lake this year, he's 6-6 with a 5.54 ERA. I don't get why they sent him down for that. That made absolutely no sense. So there's that. But for me, I'm on the Angels here. I expect Reed Detmers to pitch well in this game. That's what the markets are telling me. The line moving towards the under, the line moving towards the Angels is that Reed Detmers pitches well in this game. I got plus 160 in this spot. The public all over the Dodgers. Would it surprise you that the Dodgers are that parlay killer at the end of the night? Especially if the Braves and the Orioles do win? Yeah, I would probably look more towards Angels even more. But for me, it's Angels plus 160.
I don't really feel the need to. I'm probably not going to bet this game or the last one. I think I have a good enough card for today. It's just not anything I need to go and jump on. It would be a lean towards the Angels with you. But I have chosen to really not bet Dodger games unless I really feel like I have to. Yesterday, I was on the Dodger run line. So it worked out nicely for me. After the Dodgers got blown out the game before, I think they had a nice bounce back spot. But I did not feel like I needed to go after it. So this one, it's kind of a no play. Kind of similar to the next game.
Fair.
Rodon over strikeouts. I saw the Elks at 66-1 to win the Grey Cup on WCLC Futures. Elks look dangerous right now.
It's a fun team. The Elks look like fun, especially throwing Trey Ford when he's healthy. They're only a game and a half out of a playoff spot right now, and anything can happen after that.
If they can't hit lefties, Rendon to record the win. Okay. Our boy Reed Detmers, Angels first 5. Love this play. Ohtani knows Detmers pitching inside and out. Don't care if he's a lefty. Ohtani's going to get booed at hit a dinger or two maybe. I don't hate the dinger idea for Ohtani on his first game back, but I feel like that's just going to be a little bit overplayed. Halo's money line. I can't lay minus 180 on LA Walker on the mound. Yeah, I don't blame you. This game is where you want Mike Trout back so you could have a nice, but we can't have nice things.
No.
I mean, it kind of leaned over. I still don't mind the Angels taking this. Freeman, Ohtani, Mookie, Hernandez hit parlay. You can bet the top 5 batters for the hit, and you'll probably win. Angels money line F it.
Hell yeah.
Final game of the day, Nick.
Yeah, we have the Seattle Mariners and the Oakland Athletics. Give me a second. There we go. Sorry, my screen went dark for a second when I clicked off the tab. Line opened up at a 145. It's up to a 150 now for Seattle. Line opened up at a 7.5. It's up to an 8. So a move towards this over and a move towards the Seattle Mariners, suggesting that maybe they get some runs here. 81% of the tickets are on Seattle, but 57% of the cash on the Oakland A's. The line's moving towards Seattle. 75 and 92 on the over. So that explains the line movement towards the over here, where we have JT Ginn taking on Luis Castillo. Ginn, a 4.66 ERA, 1.24 whip, 11.48 strikeouts per nine, which is 30%, 2.17 walks per nine, a 3.14 BABIP, a 4.59 FIP, and a 3.07 CR. On the flip side, Ginn, 5.19 ERA, 1.04 whip, 8.31 strikeouts per nine, which is 22%, 4.15 walks per nine, a 143 BABIP, a 606 FIP, and a 405 CR. Bullpen edge goes towards, you guessed it, the Oakland A's. Hitting edge goes towards, you guessed it, the Oakland A's. 115 WRC plus, which is 9th, compared to 92, which is 25th. I can only look Oakland in this game. I've said this plenty of times the last few weeks. No way in hell I'm laying a number like this with Seattle. I wish the market was moving a little bit towards Oakland to kind of give me that little bit of a push to say they are the side, because the last few times we've seen the line move against them, they lose. So I can see this game as the one that Seattle wins because the line's moving towards them. The markets have been pretty good with the Oakland A's. When the sharp money is on them, the line moving towards them, they win. Sharp money on them, the line moving against them, they lose. Because it feels like the sharp money is always on Oakland. It's just the way it is. I don't know why, but always the sharp money is on Oakland. And when the line moves towards them, they win. When the line moves against them, they lose. And the line's moved against them. I'm staying off in this spot. So lean towards Oakland, but I'm not betting it.
I lean Oakland, but I'm not betting it. Seattle's dead. I mean, they've been dead for a while now. This is just a team that's, god damn, 10-game lead in the division. And now they're not even close to sniffing the playoffs. That division future ticket, I was really happy about. I ripped it up already. Like that's so disappointing to see that big of plus money slip through your hands like that. So I'm done with the Seattle Mariners this year. They are very disappointing to me. I'm not going after their games right now.
You know what that race kind of reminds me of? With you losing the Mariners ticket like that was when I lost Tampa Bay last year, because I had them around the same price you have Seattle at, and they had, I think, an 8-game lead or whatever, and it slipped. I think Seattle just wanted us to look at their record and go, nice. They're 69 and 69.
Ha. Walker has pitched all right against the Mariners and Orioles. I think he may have another decent game. What happened to the D-backs game? There is no starting.
I don't have a pitcher for San Fran.
We don't have a pitcher for San Fran.
Probably an opener.
How is Oakland so far back in the standings? They have been great since the All-Star break because the Astros don't lose. Mariners spot over 8. Mariners in a parlay. D-backs no pitcher. I think it's Harrison. It's Nelson for Arizona. There's no pitcher for the Giants. Rhea Nelson's the ace for the D-backs. I don't think so. A's just haven't been good after a win at home. They've lost 6 in a row in that spot. There you go. Have they gone over those games? Stop, Gio. That's a great question. I want Arizona today, but Nelson has been rough. Yeah, I would lean San Fran probably, but I need to know a pitcher first. Mets, Cleveland, Mariners parlay. I can't trust the Mariners.
I think the Mariners win tonight.
Yes, Seattle 69-69. Oakland. Why Oakland ain't favorites? Because they shouldn't be favorites. Arizona has to be the play. Losing 3 of 4 against the Dodgers is going to make them mad. Could be. Giants don't have a pitcher. Wow. Bullpen game most likely. I have a feeling I'm probably going to end up getting to the Giants, but I'm not 100% sure yet. Nick, let's do this, and then we'll kind of head out today.
Yeah, but if you guys are looking to head to any of these games, we have a ton of college football this weekend. Hey, we got NFL this weekend, too. If you guys are looking to get out of any of those games, anything along those lines, It's your one-stop shop for ticket buying. It's SeatGeek.com. Use the promo code ESB. It'll save you $20 off your first purchase. They have a grading system from red to green. Tells you which tickets are the best value, which ones are not. You guys look for value with your sports betting. Time to look for value with your ticket buying as well. SeatGeek.com. Use the promo code ESB. Save you $20 off your first purchase over on SeatGeek.
There you go. I will say, I'm gonna put it in the chat because we're gonna be doing that. We're really trying to push the CapperTek. So if you guys are interested in that, I just posted all my plays for CapperTek are up. If you follow today, you get a free day.
Yep.
And then by following, I can give you special deals for the rest of the time, which with college football, with the NFL. Soon college basketball, you're gonna want to jump on that. So if you guys are interested, make sure you guys are checking that out. Mariners have a big pitching advantage, right? Yeah, with Castillo, yes. Thanks, gents. Of course, Bailey. Here's Nick's CapperTek. Last two home series that Oakland got a win in the first game. The following game went under both series. There you go. I got you. No recap. If you guys want the recap for both me and Nick, go sign up for CapperTek and follow us over there. You'll get a free day. So that's what we're going to be doing for recaps from now on. If you guys are interested, make sure you guys are checking out the CapperTek. Make sure you guys are following all the social media links: Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Nick, can I share the thing that we're going to be starting tomorrow?
Go for it.
So, I want to have a little bit of fun. So, for the NFL football season, me and Nick are going to be competing against our girlfriends. Welcome to Earls versus Girls. We're going to be doing a little bit of a fun back and forth. Let me and my brother, we're all going to have our separate records. The picks, so the line, we'll use the circle lines for each week, and all four of us will have our plays in by the showtime on Thursday. And they will not be able to change after that. All picks will be in on Wednesday night so that we'll have them ready for Thursday. You'll have all the records so you can see who does the best. We wanted to have a little bit of fun with football season this year. So Earls versus Girls is going to be on the entire football season. So, and we'll do a little bit of a check-in each week on Thursday, and we'll give out the plays that we are doing for that week with me and my brother, with Sydney and Destiny. So, Earls versus Girls. We want to have a little bit of fun, so I figured see how we all do. Good luck to them. Let's do it. Last nine out of the last 10 A's home games versus AL have gone under. There you go. Who's currently better to win on CapperTek? Nick is. Nick is by a mile right now. Unfortunately, Nick is by a lot.
I've really slumped, though. I'm only up 1.14 units now.
I've had a rough stretch, but we'll see how we'll see how we can. We've been getting better because on the 29th I was down like 28 units. I'm only down 20 now. I had a really rough couple of days in the beginning, and I've been going up since. So hopefully we can get a little bit better. Okay, there you go. Hell of a show. Appreciate it. Wow, Nick's no longer single. Nick's had Sydney longer than I've had Destiny. So it's actually girls versus. Hey, hold on, wait a minute. Earl's gone wild in this bitch. No. Watch the Twins lose. You know what? The thing is, they're all 50-50. So we'll see who does the best. We want to have a little bit of fun with it. Destiny's already really into football. We're getting Sydney into football. We're having fun with it. That's going to do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We'll be back again with another one tomorrow. Find the outro. Peace out, guys.